You know, there's a wise old saying on the internet that you can't spell ignorant without the letters IGN.
Correct!
And Jujutsu Kaisen fans would agree with this statement now more than ever after IGN's latest review on Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. We also have some news on everyone's favorite anime that persons love to hate on, Sword Art Online. We have some news about that. And also another manhwa may possibly get an anime adaptation. So let's get right into the news. So the manhwa that we are talking about that may possibly, I'm using that word strongly, possibly get a anime adaptation is called Viral Hit. It's a manhwa that came out in 2019 and is still ongoing, and the genre is action comedy. So what's the synopsis of this possible anime adaptation? Well, let's find out together. Scrawny high school student Ho Bin Yo is probably the last guy you would expect to start in a YouTube channel that revolves around fighting. But after following some advice from a mysterious YouTube channel, Ho Bin is soon knocking out guys stronger than him and raking in more money than he could ever have dreamed of. Can Ho Bin keep this up, or will he eventually meet his match? So based on the synopsis, what do you think? Do you think this is something you would be interested in watching? Let us know in the comments. So now we move on to some Sword Art Online movie news. So an announcement was recently made on Twitter for the anime series following the first TV broadcast of Sword Art Online Progressive Schizo of Deep Night. And as you could basically see, it mentions that a completely new theatrical version is in production. Please wait for further information. So basically they are teasing that another progressive movie is on the way. And I wasn't aware of this, probably you may be aware of it, but those progressive Sword Art Online movies are all stories that are based off the light novel.
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
So the horrifying news that we are about to talk about is the review of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 by IGN. Their review of this anime was 6 out of 10. And when Jujutsu Kaisen fans as well as other persons as well saw that score, they went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But let's try to be a little bit fair. Let's try to find out the reason behind the score. So let's take a look at what they said on their website. So it says, this is especially true once the body count starts to rise. Several characters die or get put out of commission by their injuries, possibly for the rest of the series. While a couple of these casualties are emotionally crushing and brought upon by character choices, some are used for shock value at best and mere plot points at worst. It's not like there aren't stakes. Just look at the giant hole where Shibuya used to be, or Gojo being imprisoned. Because the cast is separated at the beginning of the arc, we tend to only see some of them right before they die, making them seem like objects to be discarded rather than important fleshed out characters. It's a shame because Jujutsu Kaisen was always better when focusing on its large ensemble rather than Yuji himself. Seeing him mostly react to the villain's plot while his friends drop like flies makes Yuji a worse character and weakens the larger ensemble too. Likewise, having the villain get away from a fight right before losing time and time again quickly becomes annoying and tiresome. Now there's one thing I forgot to mention before I started this discussion. I have never watched a Jujutsu Kaisen episode in my life. And what I'm getting from this take is basically they are saying that the deaths are worthless and we like the supporting cast rather than Yuji himself. So the question I have to you is, do you Jujutsu Kaisen fans and other fans agree with this take?
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
But you know, of course, we can't leave without looking at Twitter to see the responses of persons concerning IGN's take on Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Here we are sharing two, one of them being this one. So we have this one here where somebody is basically showing somebody getting slapped and the person saying me to IGN. And then we have this nice lovely one right here where it shows somebody with their eyes closed, IGN watching JJK season 2. So do you agree with these takes, or do you agree with IGN's take, or do you not care at all? Let us know in the comments. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and that's it. Go on.